Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. Hope everyone's doing good, everyone's chilling, going about their day nice and lovely. Today, we are going to be taking on a Tainted Judas run. Will it be good? I'm going to be real with you, I don't know, we're just going to have to wait and see. But yeah, we're going to take on the goat known as the Tainted Judas. See what's up with him, you know, maybe I can get a, what am I going for exactly again? I actually forgot. Oh, Mother. I don't know why. I didn't intend for this entire, like everything here to be a Mother run. You know what I mean? I didn't intend for every single run out this week to be Mother. That's just kind of like what happened. But yeah, that aside, I'm very excited. Hopefully we can get a win, because that would mean this character is fully done and I can move on to someone else. And I'm gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie, I am gonna miss playing this guy. Alright, this is a fun character, man. I know it says no effect for punching bag, but like there's something funny about having the giant me-sized punching bag, you know what I mean? I didn't even, man, that was embarrassing. And I got hit, bro. And I got hit. That's what makes it worse. Oh my god. You know what? Speaking of, and I got hit. I actually don't think it has anything to do with getting hit. Oh, it kind of does. I was playing Code Veronica earlier today, alright? One, you know, status update. Did end up playing more Arc Raiders with that friend of mine. Very fun, very good. Overall, it seems like he genuinely enjoys the game, so that's very exciting. You know, hopefully when the full game comes out, we'll be able to have fun on that. But I was playing Code Veronica. Alright, I was playing Code Veronica X. And I did get past that part, however, unfortunate, I couldn't do it the way I wanted to. I had to take my health up, or not my health up, but I had to take my what's it called? It's not a health up, man. I'm so dumb. I had to take my herb. I had to take my herb in order for me to be able to essentially tank enough hits so that I could actually get through and reach the red herb and then make a red green herb and then full heal with that and then just kind of full send it with the remainder of the room. I'm not gonna lie, it sucked because it essentially just wasted 2 herbs, or not wasted, I guess, but I utilized 2 herbs when if I just kind of low-key locked in or was goated, would have only had to use 1, you know? Umbarochi, man, I don't know, bro. You feel me? I don't know how that was gonna turn out. It was pretty bad. I don't think it was happening, but whatever, I did it. And so that's how that turned out. I'm gonna be real with you, that is how that turned out. In the end, I did achieve it. I did reach the castle that I wanted to, and I also did more. I did much more. I'm gonna be real with you, doing all that low-key got me in the mood for playing more Code Veronica X. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I genuinely, me personally, I don't know where the community stands on Code Veronica X. Having played it at a young age, I was an enjoyer of it. Me and my brother both actually really liked Code Veronica X. But the only downside, the only issue kind of stems from the fact that I feel like anyone else who I knew who was a Resident Evil fan never also had any input in regards to Code Veronica. I'm gonna be completely real with you. I feel like no one else that I spoke to had any other input in regards to Code Veronica as a game. It was kind of just like, you know, some people were like, Code Veronica, what game is that? And it's like, oh, are you for real? Or, no, I never played it before. So it always felt weird to kind of discuss with anyone I knew Resident Evil, because I feel like I was one of the few that had actually played, you know, Code Veronica X. I've played a lot of Resident Evil games, but I think out of everyone I know, I've played the most Resident Evil games. You know what I mean? We're kind of like on that level right now, so it's a little odd. I'm gonna be real with you. It's a little odd, but in the end, I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Oh, let's go. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm doing it and I'm getting it done. So, you know, here's what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm actually a crazy enjoyer of Code Veronica X. I knew I was gonna like it because I enjoyed it when I was younger. Granted, there are some things where you can enjoy when you're younger, and then when you're older, you're like, hey, this fucking sucks, or this blows, you know? Code Veronica, I'm very glad to say, not the case for that game. I enjoy that game when I was younger, and replaying it now, I'm still fucking enjoying it, man. Code Veronica X is a damn good Resident Evil. It is, in my opinion, a worthy sequel to Resident Evil 2. However, you know, contracts and whatnot essentially made that Resident Evil 3. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? You didn't hear it from me. You didn't hear this gossip from me or whatever. All I know is that it's a good game, alright? It's a solid game, it's good. More people should play it. But no hate, no diss if not. You know what I mean? I truly do think more people should play it though. And I also think Capcom should give it the time of day. If I'm gonna be completely real with you. Because for some reason, if Capcom decides post Resident Evil Requiem to go Resident Evil 5 Remake, I'm gonna be pissed. Because what are we doing? What do you mean? You know what I mean? What do you mean RE5 Remake? People don't know how the hell Wesker became like a god in RE5. So you might want to explain that. You might want to go a little bit more in depth on the Chris and Wesker rivalry that was developed on in Code Veronica. You know what I mean, man? I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It literally doesn't make any sense. I'm not. I don't really know what's up, bro. I'm not hating or anything. I just want to make that very much clear. I'm not like hating on Capcom or nothing, but it's like, if you really want to make Resident Evil 5 stand out a bit more among the crowd, I feel like, not among the crowd, but if you want to make the game itself stand out a bit more, I feel like you needed to make Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, and then remake Code Veronica X, because there was the 1 game buffer at that point for Claire, you know, Resident Evil 2, then 3, then Claire again, and then 4 would give you, what's it called? Resident Evil 4 would give you the 1 game buffer for Wesker and Chris, and then Resident Evil 5 would give you Wesker and Chris again, this time with their stories a bit more developed. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. Granted, I'm no game dev, I'm no head of a studio, so they can release the games or whatever they want in any order of their choosing, truth be told, you know? To be completely honest with you, they can release that shit in any order of their choosing. I am merely giving my own personal recommendation for how I think it could have gone. You know what I mean? In like a fan theory in an alternate universe, this is how it could have gone. Is Resident Evil 1 remake came out in like 2004 or whatever, or 2005, something like that, for the GameCube. It came out years ago, all right, years ago. It's for the fucking GameCube. Then they made the HD re-release for the game, back in like 2015. Then in like what was it, 18 or 19? RE2 remake, alright? RE2 remake came out. Then, think about it, RE3 remake, people enjoy it. Then, RE4 remake, god damn it, see? Capcom got me fucked up, bro. After RE2 remake and RE3 remake would have been a Code Veronica remake, which would have once again given Claire a whole ass 1 game buffer, so people could like want Claire to come back and not have 2 games in a row and be like, oh my god, too much Claire. You know what I mean? So, I forgot I Can See Forever. I don't know why I tried throwing that. So, then giving Claire a 1 game buffer, as well as establishing stakes and whatnot between Chris and Wesker, because that rivalry is like a significant part of Resident Evil 5. So, yeah, you keeping up? You keeping up with me? So, after that, then RE4 remake. All right, then RE4 remake. People would have missed Leon for 2 games, and people would have loved Leon to come back. I feel like even though people love Leon in RE4, they would have loved him even more if they had to wait another game for their cutie patootie little Leon. You know what I mean? And don't fucking be like, Tony, what are you talking about, cutie patootie Leon? That's how the people see him, bro. I don't blame him, truth be told. But that's how the people see him. You know, unnecessary ass flipping cornball or whatever. And that's what makes him so fucking funny. That's what makes him my GOAT. But yeah, alright, it would have been that. They would have had their 1 extra game to wait for Leon. They would have loved him even more in 4. And then you could have done RE5, because at that point the 1 game buffer would have applied to Wesker and Chris. Instead, alright, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Instead, because once again, I feel like you gotta introduce Wesker and Chris. I'm gonna be so real with you. I'm being dead ass when I say this. I feel like you have to introduce Wesker and Chris, because I also feel like a decent amount of people haven't played the original Resident Evil because of tank control nonsense or fixed camera nonsense. You know what I mean? It is a weird change to go from Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4 remakes, third person over the camera game style, and then all of a sudden, oh, let me go back and play the first game. Oh, why does it look like that? You know, not bad, mind you. The game looks phenomenal, but like, why is the camera like this? You know what I mean? What's up on my game? Like, no, that's just how the game works. Okay, what about movement? No, the movement is like awful. What the fuck is this? You know what I mean? And also, yeah, pretty much, I feel like because of that, people haven't given the first game enough of a try, or not enough people are aware of the first games and like what story goes down in it. So then you hear Claire talk about her brother Chris, you're like, oh, okay, Claire has a brother, okay. And then all of a sudden in RE4, it's just like, Wesker. What? Who the fuck is that? Who's Wesker, bro? Who the fuck is this guy? Albert Wesker? Like, what the fuck is this guy's deal? What's going on? And you know, I'm not gonna lie, I do like the way Wesker looks in the new game, okay? I think bro's chill. Damage down is awful. But overall, all right, I'm gonna be real with you. Overall, essentially, I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna do an RE5, you gotta set up a little bit more. That's essentially what I'm trying to say. If you're gonna do an RE5 remake, you gotta set up a little bit more to do with fucking what's this called? With Chris and Wesker. because I feel like Capcom in recent memory has not done a good job establishing both of them as characters. Outside of like diehard people who are aware of the characters, you know what I mean? Who are aware and have played through their story. Who have played through their suffering, through their fucking, what's it called, you know? Who have fought in Wesker as Chris. You feel me? I don't know. Just some food for thought. Just some food for thought from Capcom, you know, for Capcom, whatever. I'm no game maker. I'm not an ideas guy like that, really. I'm just kind of just suggesting what I think would be fine / work. You know what I mean? Just a guy with an opinion. That's literally it. I'm literally just a guy with an opinion. I don't know, bro. You feel me? I don't know. Damn. I low-key wasn't expecting that. I'm gonna be real with you, I low-key was not expecting to kill the angel like in an instant like that, bro. I'm scared. I mean, I don't know, bro. You know what I mean, man? I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm just a guy that like be talking about Resident Evil sometimes and whatnot. You know, I love the series. It's something I played a lot growing up, and I'm a big fan. Whether that necessarily means I know what's best for the series? No, fuck no. That's just not how it works, bro. You know what I mean? That's not how that shit works. I'm just a guy that's giving my own personal opinion. Everyone got one, you know. What was that shit they say about opinions? They're like assholes. Everyone has one. And that's real. Everyone's got an opinion. I have mine. I'm spreading it, but I'm not hating. No hate. Literally zero hate towards any Capcom or anyone out there that's like, oh, but Tony, you know, this is, you know, I'll hear you out. Genuinely, I would hear you out. But just, I don't know. My 2 cents. My 2 cents regarding Code Veronica. Also, I think more people should just play that game because it's so fucking good. It is, in my opinion, one of the better Resident Evils out there. You know? A little controversial. Especially considering I haven't played 3 yet. But, you know, better than 3, bro. Alright? It's the true 3. Code Veronica is the true Resident Evil 3. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. That's just genuinely facts. That's just genuine factual statements being spread by Tony. And, you know, like, that's how it be, bruh. Let me try this again. Am I stupid? I know I don't think this is the way I'm supposed to do it, but it's how I'm doing it so I can prepare myself later. Without the worry, you know? I don't know, bro. Ow, I'm a moron. Oh! All right, I'm out. God damn, man, what's your deal? But yeah, yeah, bro, it's just I don't know, bro. I fucks with Resident Evil. I fucks with what they're doing. I'm gonna be real with you. I fucks with it. I think good game series, and I definitely wouldn't have anyone else doing the remix other than Capcom themselves. And if they decide that's the order they want to do the remix in, I mean, no, so be it. That's how they doing it, bro. Not up to me to make that decision. Not up to me to dispute it or whatnot. That's just how it is. Do I wish it could go another way? Low key, but once again, not my choice, bro. At the end of the day, it's not really my choice. But yeah, if they never end up making a Code Veronica remake, or that's something that they do years down the line, and you have a slight remote interest in Resident Evil and have never played Code Veronica, I highly recommend it. Best, easiest way, you could probably find a YouTube video online with the overall best answer. However, my answer, because it's how I'm doing it, I would 1000% recommend play, what's it called? Play on like an Xbox One or a PlayStation. I'd probably way better recommend a PlayStation, just because that's what I'm using. It's way easier, way faster to get the, what's it called? Way easier, way faster, way better, personally, to play it that way, just because I already have it, you know what I mean? Just because I already own it on there because I had bought it. You know, it's mad easy. I literally just turn on my PlayStation, boot it up, bada boom. But once again, you can probably definitely find a way better, way easier, and a more optimized way to play Resident Evil Code Veronica online. I'm just giving you my method. You know what I mean? Good. That's all that matters. But yeah, play the game, bro. Recommend. Genuine recommendation too. Like, that's not a joke or nothing. That is my genuine, honest thoughts. I highly recommend Code Veronica. It is one of my favorite Resident Evils, and I definitely feel like it doesn't get the recognition that I think it deserves. Dead ass. I'm being dead ass. I don't think Code Veronica gets the recognition that it deserves. And so, I recommend y'all play that shit. In honor of me or something, you know what I mean? If you really care like that. Oh. Oh. Alright, thanks, game. Thanks, guys. That was phenomenal. Let's go. Not risking that. Not risking any of that. But I mean, yeah, bro. Just 1000%. Not being genuine, being dead ass here. Play Resident Evil Code Veronica X. It is one of my favorite Resident Evil games. It is a game that I love, a game I enjoy greatly. And I swear to y'all, I'm being genuine here when I say this. If I make a game recommendation to y'all, I think it's a game that is genuinely good and should be played. Now, that's to say, you know, if I discuss games that I played, that's not necessarily an inherent recommendation. You will know it's a Tony recommendation of a game if I say I recommend or y'all should play X, Y, and or Z. All right, you guys should play Crow Country, Signalis, Psychopomp, out of that weird-esque genre, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies. Y'all should genuinely play these games. These are real ass recommendations being given here. Metroid Dread, you know, these are real ass recommendations. But me talking about how I spend thousands of hours of my youth playing Destiny, that's not a recommendation. That's just me recounting information. So I don't want y'all to listen to me blabber and think, I should play thousands of hours of Destiny 2. No, don't do that. Don't do that, please. Your life will be better having never touched it. Play Resident Evil 4. That's another genuine ass recommendation I have. Play Resident Evil 4. I'm pretty sure I've made this statement before, but I genuinely think Resident Evil 4 is like the best game ever made. Not an exaggeration. That's genuine 1000% factual statement from Tony. I genuinely think Resident Evil 4 is the greatest video game ever made. But not even any but play it. It's fucking phenomenal. Play Resident Evil 4. Don't play Destiny unless you really want to. Unless you're into that, you know what I mean? Unless you're into that, then go ahead, play Destiny. I'm not gonna stop you. But I just say it, you know, don't say I didn't warn you. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't say I didn't warn you. If I get a message someday talking about, Tony, you recommended playing Destiny and I played it, and I'm gonna be real with you, man, this game is so dog shit, then I have every right to be like, motherfucker, I said don't play it. You know what I mean? I have every right to get mad at y'all. If someone disobeys me and they say they played Destiny from your recommendation and it's a bad game, then I have every fucking right to be like, bitch, I didn't say interact with that game. I said stay as far away from that shit as you humanly can. And that's not even joking. I'm not even fucking around with y'all. But you know, whatever, is what it is. Play Code Veronica, play Resident Evil 4. Honestly, I think I'm gonna just turn the end of this episode into just straight up game recommendations from Tony. I don't know if I'll keep it going as a series or whatever. Just depends. You know what? Here, I'm gonna give y'all a quick synopsis of some games, and that's my recommendation for it. All right, so Signalis, genuinely one of the best survival horror games I have ever played in my entire life. It takes insane heavy inspiration from Resident Evil and it doesn't bother to hide it. Resident Evil, Silent Hill, classic games like that. I feel like Silent Hill way more than Resident Evil, but it's the first survival horror game I can think of when I think of survival horror. But it definitely wears the Silent Hill inspiration on its sleeve, and there's nothing wrong with that. It is a phenomenal ass game. It's got a crazy story regarding cycles and just what's the word I'm thinking of? The story itself revolves around cycles and what is it? I want to say love to a degree, more so trying to find your wife or whatever, you know. It's like definite some Silent Hill 2 type of shit, you know what I mean, bro? Definitely, not even fucking around. Definitely some Silent Hill 2 type of shit. But I strongly recommend that game for any survival horror fans. It is without a doubt easily one of the best survival horror games I have ever played. If I weren't to count the Resident Evil games, then I think it genuinely would be the best survival horror game I've ever played in my life. But I've played a few Resident Evil games, and I love those a lot. What else would I gonna say? You know, fucking 10 out of 10 game, play it. And honestly, same thing goes for Crow Country. It is also a survival horror game in a similar vein to me. It wears way more inspiration from the Resident Evil series than the, what's it called series. It definitely feels like it takes a page out of Resident Evil Outbreak's handbook in going to locations such as like a theme park, you know? The game entirely takes place in a theme park, wearing the Resident Evil Resident Evil Outbreak inspiration of just having different scenarios in different locations, you know what I mean? That's not necessarily only a Resident Evil Outbreak thing, you know. I'm pretty sure Dark Carnival rings a bell instantly as a theme park, what's it called? Dark Carnival from Left 4 Dead rings a bell as a theme park inspired zombie place. However, the creatures aren't necessarily zombies in Crow Country. But it's got a lot of Resident Evil-esque puzzles, you know what I mean? Like, it really does. And I feel like that's what makes it a fucking phenomenal game. So those are my survival horror wrecks, alright? Just off rip, those are my survival horror wrecks. I will get more notes written down and whatnot later on for other recommendations. But as of right now, survival horror. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy, I greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and or good night, depending on time of viewing this. Next episode is a Tainted Lost episode, and let's hope it's the last one we ever do. Anyways, catch y'all later. Peace out.